Hi, happy planners. Welcome back to my channel. It's Kim from Memories in Time, and today I am back giving you just a look back at my Sassy Plans Mini, and this is my Color August 2019 monochromatic spread. And I wanted to just share something very quickly with you. So this is what the spread looked like after it was done, and for the most part after the pin. Today is Saturday the 10th, and nothing really, I didn't do anything with the kids yesterday. I do plan maybe writing in that it was a lazy evening once we got home. But what I wanted to share with you today is how I incorporate this for memory planning as well, using my Sprocket. Now I've not done a lot with my Sprocket, and I am working to understand how to go in and change the settings so that the pictures come out looking really crisp and do not have like weird colors. And the thing that I have found out on or using my Sprocket in the past is that everything seems to have a yellow tint. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. These are the packs of paper that I use, just the zinc ink sticky backed HP Sprocket 2-in-1, and I get these from Amazon. I'm wanting to think I get like a full box that has 10 packs in it maybe. I think that's how I get it. And I guess I don't use my Sprocket because I haven't figured that setting out. So this is a picture, and I'm sure the glare's there, and I apologize for that, but you can tell that the picture is has very much of a yellow overcast to it. So I went in and tried to edit the same picture. This one came out, as far as color, it was not hardly as yellow. That was about the most of the yellow I could get out of it. But then as I started editing the brightness and the contrast, the clarity of the picture went away. So I wasn't real happy with that. But this is the picture I'm going to use. And I've already used my craft knife and just my little straight edge ruler. Sorry about that, my little straight edge ruler, to just trim the picture, because I'm going to put it down in this area right here. And this one I'm not going to throw away. I'll keep it. I'll use it somewhere. I did have another picture that I printed out. This wasn't for this week. It was just a picture of them, and I played around with the setting a little, and it was not nearly, the yellow cast was not nearly as yellow as that, and I still got a crisp, pretty crisp quality picture. I was happy with how that one turned out. And then the other picture that I wanted to use in this week's memory keeping, this was a picture of the kids, and I did the same thing, I trimmed it. This was a picture of the kids when we got in the truck going to Gran's for her birthday. Now on my phone in the gallery, you could see her entire little face. You could see her little nose. You could see everything. And then when I printed it, and I did not change the size of the picture or anything, but it cut her off. So it appears that I still have a lot of tweaking to do with my Sprocket, but I love it. I love it. So what I wanted to do today is just come back, let you see what my kids mini planner looks like as I fill the week in, and then how I incorporate pictures. And so if you haven't used a Sprocket, it comes with the sticky back, the zinc comes with the sticky back paper, and I used, again, just my straight edge ruler and my craft knife to trim. I have a small scrapbook paper cutter, picture cutter, photo cutter, but I didn't want to get into the scrapbook closet and dig around for that. I will tell you, if you have not used the sticky back paper, it's extremely sticky, and when it's down, there's no pulling it up, no moving it around. So get it the way you want it. And I'm sure on this The wax paper trick would be wonderful for this. It would be wonderful. I've never really tried doing it on my hand, simply because, which I'm sure it will work, simply because I just didn't want all the fingerprints all over the picture. And then I was afraid that I may do something like put a wrinkle in the picture. But it seems that it may work because it is extremely sticky back. But my grand's birthday was on Tuesday the 6th, and I'm just going to let this picture fill this space. And if you notice, it fills basically 2 boxes. One picture, which now I have some cut off the top. So you can see, you know, how much more it would come in if I didn't trim that off. But that was excess. It wasn't, I didn't need that to be part of the photo. I just hate that it looks like I cut her little nose off. And then the way that I'm going to use this one of her, this was of her one night. You know, she had surgery last Friday. And so, of course, she's absolutely just loved getting the extra attention. And this was one night this week after we got home from work, and she was just getting some mommy time, and it just made her so happy to be in her little mommy's lap. I think I want it to overlap the box just a little. And it's probably going to be a little crooked, but that's okay. It is crooked, but that's okay, because if I do try to pull that up, or I put it on my hand, I can pull it up. I was going to say if I do try, tore that though. I've got to get over this obsession of having straight stuff in the planner. Y'all tell me, let it go. Let it go, girl, let it go. So I just wanted to share how I use, or how I plan on using this for both memory keeping and documenting. And the things that I documented, these were the big things for this week, is her meds ended, her antibiotic twice a day ended on Wednesday. I still need to continue to clean her little area twice daily. And then, you know, she celebrated Gran's. It was her first birthday with Gran. And I may write something in here about that, or that may be something I write in over here, is that this was Marley's first birthday with Granny. And then Sunday is bath day, unless I get brave and do it this evening, but it's probably going to be something that we tackle tomorrow. And one of her stitches did come out, so we have one that is still in there. And we're going to give it until Monday, and if it isn't out on Monday, then we will take it out, because the vet did tell us that if it wasn't out, well, she actually said if it wasn't out by yesterday on Friday, that we could bring her back, but we want to give it a chance to fall out on its own. And then they had their Interceptor Plus and their NexGard. Actually, they had it on Wednesday, but I knew I was putting a picture in here, and I'd already written those things in, so I just stuck it over here on Thursday. Because as long as they get it somewhere in this week of September, we're good. And that's just a way that I track it. And then I had actually tracked it over on the monthly for Thursday as well, because I'd already put something here that said we end meds. And I was just using donut stickers there to go along with this fun little donut here. So that's how I'm using my kids planner. And I know some of you may have been a little curious whenever I have actually decorated and talked about the kids planner and Plan With Me's. And I'm not really good about, well, I'm not going to say I'm not good about, I don't post on Instagram pictures after the pin. Very rarely do I post photos of my spreads after the pin, and I'm trying to do that more, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. And I am practicing a little bit on making my handwriting a little neater for planners. I get, especially in my work planner, I just get carried away and just write, you know, and it's just writing. So I am trying to practice a little bit on getting things better. And one thing that I do want to point out that I love is it was already printed on this page, a little sugar, a little spice, and then there's that picture. There's that picture. In all reality, he's the sugar and she's the spice. Some backstory for those of you who have not followed me for a while. Blitz was rescued at McDonald's in the town where I work, an hour and 15 minutes away from here. Blitz was very abused. I know you can't tell in this photo, but if you look closely, that ear is straight right there. The tip, the pointy tip of his ear is missing. Up on the flat part of his head right here, he has a scar with no fur because he has a cigarette burn to the top of his head. And deep in his side, on his left side of his body, you can roll a BB around. He's been with me over 2 years. Sudden movements, and trust me, he's living a king's life, but still very sudden movements. He jerks and flinches because he was so abused. And he is, without a doubt, the sweetest, most humble, loving, kindest, most gentle little soul ever. That is not to take any of that away from Miss M, because she is exactly loving and humble and kind and wonderful and sweet. But she is, in this relationship, she's a spice. She is definitely the spice, and he is definitely the sugar. She tells him what to do. It's been his castle for 2.5 years, and she tells him exactly what to do, and I love it. I love it. But you can see in this picture, she's a sweetheart too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and you enjoyed a little background information about my Blitz. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you are new here, I hope you would choose to subscribe. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Happy planning.